back to another video. Today, as always, is an exciting video, and that is because we are showing you lots of free things to do in San Antonio. Now, the first thing we are doing is not always free, but on a Thursday evening, it is free. So we're going to show you that. But before we move any further, I just want to let you know that on top of the free activities we're doing in San Antonio, we are also staying here for free. So check out our video which showed how you can stay anywhere in the world for free, no catch.
And it has something to do with this person here. Okay guys, we'll be gone for a few hours.
We will be back.
Will you be okay?
They'll be okay. Stop licking me.
Welcome to the McMain Arts Museum.
Cheese touch from Diary won't be good. Is that not the bin that all UK primary schools have?
Tell me a bit about the museum.
This museum is fabulous. It's got an eclectic range of art from Monet to Picasso to weird things. It's a great place to hang out.
And when is it free?
It is free on a Thursday evening from 4 till 9. And also, if you ever want a fun trip to a museum, come with Rhys and I to an art museum, because Rhys is that, you see them strokes, thousands of strokes making up that texture. Actual quote from this evening, whereas me, I'm like, cool.
So it wasn't pretentious, I just said, wow, amazing, there's so many strokes in here. Meg was like, oh. And she thought Picasso was from the 1400s, so...
I bet there's other people that think that. Did you know that he
people
was alive?
Who didn't went.
He was alive until the 70s? Yeah.
People who don't have a brain or are in, you know, asylums probably, but not normal people.
Now this is art, because you can see that each individual piece on its own is nothing, but when you put it all together there are waves and reflections and branches and leaves and grass and all these beautiful things that make a landscape.
was Megan trying to sound artsy. Rodin.
So as you see here on our right, we have a dead human, and the sheep is eating the human, and it's kind of a take, but a bit of a twist on the fact that if you had a pet pig and you died, your pet pig would eat you within an instant, and it's kind of representing it, but with the sheep.
Isn't the human like a log?
Do you see many logs with hands?
Well, for a free entry on a Thursday night and this first Sunday of every month, very nice art museum. Lots of eclectic artworks, some nice impressionist stuff. That's my bit. I hate modern art, to be honest. Don't get it. Like, there's just weird canvases with little squiggles on it.
I myself am more of a modern artiste with my own work, so...
She does cat blobs, and she thinks she's an artist.
I'll insert a cat blob on the screen.
They're very cute. But yeah, that's about it. A couple hours here, I think, is a perfect amount of time. Otherwise, it's $20 per person. And they do have some special exhibitions that you can get into too. But there you go, there's our first place. On to place number 2.
You could also just walk around the outside, walk around all the cool sculptures anytime for free. When it's closed, anything, like treat it as a park. You can do that.
Good idea.
Another fun free thing to do in San Antonio, which is probably one of the things that San Antonio is most famous for, is it was the site of the Battle of the Alamo. The Alamo.
Yeah, you sounded like Battle of Elmo. Did Elmo fight in this?
So we're gonna go check that out. It's free, right?
Yeah, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site as well, and yeah, it's one of the most important places in Texas independence history and in US history, I would imagine. It's very, very popular. So let's go.
Rhys is a historian. Let me give you some history on the Alamo. So the Alamo was originally a mission area, which was like a religious community with friars and churches and things like that. The river that runs through San Antonio was actually there to feed to bring water to the different communities. There were like 5 communities on the river that were all part of the mission. And then the mission was discontinued when Mexico was in charge of Texas. And then there was the Battle of Independence for Texas, which happened here at the Alamo.
Didn't just happen here, but it was bombed.
This was one famous site for it. And then in 1825, Texas became part of the US.
Nope.
Which, what, I just read
1845.
1845.
We've missed out the whole Battle of the Alamo, why it's important.
The Battle of the Alamo is important because...
When was it?
It was in 1817.
No.
1805.
No.
1815.
No.
1812.
No, higher.
1819.
Higher.
1820.
Higher.
21.
Higher.
22.
A lot higher.
25.
A lot higher.
Oh, it was already part of... So...
36.
36. In 1836 was the Battle of the Alamo.
So it was a very key battleground for the Texas War of Independence, and in 1836 the Mexican army of Santa Anna came over here, and I think it was 100 and something men and women defended the Alamo, but they all died. Sad. You know David Crockett?
Yes.
That's him. There.
And 9 years later, Texas became part of the United States.
How's your history knowledge?
It's an interesting place because this site is primarily a church, so you already go look around churches as like a tourist. That's already a touristy thing, but it's kind of like a double use thing. It's like touring a church that then turned into a battleground. So they have like the gated bits at the start, used to be used for baptisms, and then were used for cannons. It's quite interesting, the both things.
Juxtaposition.
Well, I wanted to say juxtaposition,
Do it.
but I didn't want to sound pretentious.
Say juxtaposition.
The juxtaposition is very interesting.
Welsh flag for one of the soldiers at the Battle of the Alamo was indeed Welsh. And Welsh. Yeehaw.
Only in the US would they make a copy of a battleground. Tonight we are doing something that San Antonio is kind of famous for, and that is the river walk. At the minute, on the weekends in the evening, the river walk has like floats, kind of like a little parade thing, I guess.
Apparently.
On the river, so we are looking for that to go. Oh my god, that is stunning. How do we get down there? Oh, I've just had a glimpse. It looks amazing. So this is another free thing you can do in San Antonio. They don't have the floats all the time, but it's still a great place to come and hang out, as I'm sure you will see. The parade is over. It was very fun. The river walk was very fun. I enjoyed it. Lots of restaurants, lots of shops.
I enjoyed it too.
It had the vibe of, in terms of what was there, it's kind of like Universal City Walk or something like that. I thought the river walk was actually really nice to walk along. I thought it was going to be like
but dingy.
kind of no actually. in my head I imagine kind of Canary Wharf vibes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like just businesses. However, what I thought walking around was actually very interesting because it was like the first layer around the river was very Spanish, like old Spanish vibes, and I don't know whether it was, you know, like in a theme park made to look that way, like in terms of the materials used to make the buildings, like was that fake? I don't know, because the Riverwalk has been around for centuries, so I don't know if that was like authentic, that it looked that Spanish way, or whether they've kind of like fluffed it up a bit. But then in the background, like when you would look over at the buildings, it felt very kind of 1950s New York, like skyscrapers, 30s. Just 1930s New York. Yeah,
so
like
they look cool.
The vibes of New York when you watch Fantastic Beasts or something like that. Like I thought it was very interesting, the architecture. I thought it was a fun place to walk around. However, the people that have the house that we're currently staying at, they said most of the restaurants are kind of tourist trappy. I'll just let you know, because if you're visiting San Antonio, this might be good to know. I don't know, but we assumed that San Antonio was in the desert. It's not. That's not a thing. And in terms of temperature, it's kind of, at the minute we're here in September, it's kind of mid 30s and like 34 to 35 each day. Doesn't cool down in the night, but it's not very humid. Like it is a manageable temperature. However, it does actually get a bit colder in the winter, not significantly, but down to like 10 degrees or something. So just in case, because we had the climate wrong. We knew it was going to be hot now, but we thought it was hot year round. But they get frost.
See you next time.